Hello and welcome. So glad you could join me. Today, we're diving into the amazing and, well, invisible world of magnetic forces. It's a topic that's all around us, and trust me, it's full of some really cool surprises.
Just look at this. It's kind of like magic, isn't it? Magnets have this incredible, unseen power that can pull things toward them without even touching them.
So, have you ever really stopped and wondered how magnets do that? What is their secret? Well, get ready because today we are going to pull back the curtain and uncover the science behind that magic. Here's our game plan. First, we'll meet the magnet and learn its basic parts. Then, we'll find out which materials are magnetic and which ones aren't. After that, we'll learn the most important rules of magnetism. We'll wrap things up with a quick practice, and by the end, you'll be a magnet expert.
Okay, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a magnet, and what are its most important features? Let's find out together. So here's the number one thing you need to know. Every single magnet, no matter how big or small, has two special ends. We call these the magnetic poles, or in Arabic, that's الأقطاب المغناطيسية. One end is called the North Pole, you'll see it marked with an N, and the other is the South Pole, marked with an S.
Now here's a super helpful trick to tell them apart. Just like you see in this picture from your book, the North Pole is usually colored red, and the South Pole is colored blue. It's a nice little color code to help you remember. Red for north, blue for south. You know, what's really cool is that magnets come in all sorts of fun shapes. You've got the straight bar magnets, U-shaped ones that look just like a horseshoe, and even round ring magnets. But here's the thing, no matter what shape they are, they all have one thing in common. They always have a North Pole and a South Pole. All right, so we know what a magnet is, but what does it actually attract? You might be surprised to learn that a magnet's pull is strong, but it doesn't work on everything. So let's see what's what. We can pretty much sort all materials into two simple groups. The first group is magnetic materials. These are the ones a magnet will stick to. And the second group, non-magnetic materials. And you guessed it, magnets don't have any effect on them at all. Let's take a look at some examples. Over here on the left, we have our magnetic materials. This includes metals like iron, which is hadid, nickel, and cobalt. These will definitely stick to a magnet. Now on the right, in the non-magnetic column, we have things like gold, or dhahab, silver, or fadda, and copper, which is nuhas. A magnet won't do a thing to these. And here is a great way to see this in real life. Imagine you have a big pile of sand, all mixed up with tiny pieces of copper and iron. Now, if you bring a magnet close to that pile, what do you think is going to happen? That's right, only the iron pieces will jump up and stick to the magnet because iron is magnetic. The sand and the copper just get left behind. Okay, let's get to the most important part of our lesson, the rules of magnetism. See, magnets follow very specific rules when they get near each other, and it's all about something called attraction and repulsion. Rule number one is simple. Opposites attract. So if you bring the North Pole of one magnet close to the South Pole of another, they'll pull together and stick. This pulling force is called attraction, or in Arabic, yajdib. Now the second rule is the total opposite. Poles that are the same repel. So if you try to push two North Poles together or two South Poles together, you'll feel this invisible force pushing them apart. That's called repulsion. In Arabic, that's yatanafar. So let's put it all together in one big, clear sentence. This is the main rule you really need to remember. Like magnetic poles repel each other, while unlike magnetic poles attract each other. You have learned so much already. So now it's time for a quick, fun practice just to see what you remember. Don't worry about it, you're gonna do great. All right, first question for you. Think back to what we just learned. What happens if you take a bar magnet and cut it into several pieces? Does A, the magnet lose its magnetic properties? B, each part form a new magnet with only one pole? Or C, each part form a new magnet with two poles? Yes, fantastic work. The correct answer is C. Each part forms a brand new magnet with two poles. And here's exactly why that is. No matter how many times you break a magnet, each new tiny piece will instantly become its own complete magnet, with its own North and South Pole. It's just impossible to have a magnet with only one pole. Let's try one more. This one should be pretty easy for you. Which one of these materials is magnetic? Is it A, copper, which is nahas, B, iron, which is hadid, or C, Gold, which is the hub.
You got it. Absolutely right. The answer is B. Iron is a magnetic material, but copper and gold are not. Excellent job.
And just like that, we've reached the end. That means it's time for a super quick summary of everything we've learned. You're pretty much a magnet expert now.
So what are the 3 big things to take away today? First, every magnet has 2 poles, a north and a south. Second, some materials like iron are magnetic, while others like copper aren't. And finally, the most important rule of all, opposites attract and likes repel. You did an absolutely amazing job today. You should be proud. Now you really understand the basics of magnetic forces. Keep asking questions and stay curious, because learning is fun.